Yo, what's the deal? Is that Eric over there? What's up, Elam? What's the deal?
Yes,
Y'all know what it is,
Sirski.
baby.
You already know
Hey,
who it is.
good times going up. Monday night. Oh man, I'm all confused. Monday night, we are here for this special edition. Mykell Mathieu, the one and only, with my guy E Lamb. E Lamb, say what's up to the folks, man.
Nah, man, I'm not saying nothing to you until you cut this beard off, man. This is 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks. You
I
you
cut it.
owe
I
me,
put it
bro.
back on.
Listen,
I cut
man.
it. I grew it
It's
back.
it's getting it's getting ugly. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little slighted. You know what I'm saying? You know what happened in the hood when people don't pay their bets, bro. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
have
But
a
hey,
vote.
you know who it
Let's have a
is.
vote.
You said what?
Let's have a vote with the people. What y'all think
Eh,
Lions do?
There's no votes involved, bro. You made a bet, you lost, you got to pay up. Hey, but you know who it is. Welcome to the
Mhm.
Misfits. I'm your guy, Elam. You're tuned in to the tightest tag team tandem this side of the universe. Yo, we have another dynamic show lined up for you. Now, I'm telling you right now, this show is your show. All you got to do, head to YouTube, type in whatever it is that you want to say, and we'll include you in the show. That's how this goes. So, Kels, what do we got lined up for him today?
Hey, we got a lot of great things. We was outside, you know what I'm saying, this past week. Rams, Chargers is getting closer to that time. We already got a Charger football game under the belt. So we're gonna give you our camp reports. Luka signs a new contract. Is he here to stay? For sure. We got to talk to Sparks picking up probably their biggest win of the season. Micah Parsons, the podcast guru. Will he leave the Cowboys? I heard the Chiefs might be calling. So you know how we got to talk about
That's
that.
not
And then
happening.
we got something new that we're going to have rolling for this NFL season called Keep 'em or Ditch 'em. Today we're going to be talking about quarterbacks. Movies, movie theaters, hip hop numbers, potential Super Bowl candidates, Chance the Rapper. We got a lot to talk about. So we thank you guys for being here. But we got to start in LA, baby, as we always do. So you were with the Rams yesterday, I believe. And we were both there.
Sunday,
Yeah,
Saturday, Thursday,
yeah.
last week. Yeah. Listen, dude. I know this is a little bit of hyperbole. All right. The Rams are a championship caliber team. If Matthew Stafford plays, that's the caveat. If Matthew Stafford is able to play, you know, up through the playoffs, the Rams with Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua are an unstoppable tandem. I saw Devontae Adams out there crossing DBs on slant routes. It was chef's kiss. It was magnificent. Puka is looking Puka-esque. Um, Hop on my Twitter, run it up. You'll see one of the catches that Puka made. Dude fell to the ground. Excellent
Oh,
coverage
yeah.
by Akella Witherspoon. Batted the
Yeah.
ball. Puka still caught it on the ground. Wrote an
Big
article about it.
game.
Go check that out
Yeah.
on the Sporting Tribune. But the Rams look good, man. And the scariest part, the weakness of this team last year, I would say, was their inability to stop the run and the back end.
Yeah.
And with Puna Ford and with that secondary, these dudes are playing out of their minds, dude. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the Rams,
I,
the Rams are going to be a top five defense. I'm calling
no,
it right now. The Rams are going to be a top five defense.
and I got an article dropping soon with the Sporting Tribune as well. That's going to be on a group, I believe, that needs to up their play for them to be that, and that's the linebacker core. But we've seen them do some good things with Spates, Landman, Troy Reader, Tony Fields, and et cetera. Like guys are making plays, getting downhill, and like you said, Puna Ford is a big reason. But one thing that got me very scary, um, this whole Matthew Stafford situation, because I've been saying it all along. Like, if Matthew Stafford can't go and be 100%, and you have to play any games with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback starting, it's going to be a tough, tough time because we were there at camp. I saw some throws where I'm like, Jimmy being Jimmy. and that's not going to be good enough. And I know we're hopeful that the defense will be great and can carry them, but we know that you still need your offense to
I
do
think
something.
you're expecting Sean McVay to put too much work on Jimmy Garoppolo's plate. All he's got to do is hand the ball off to 22, 23, and hit the quick intermediate routes. Quick, short to intermediate. Jimmy Garoppolo's not throwing down the field. So Tutu Atwell, Xavier Smith, two speed demons that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not doing anything but, running coverage off. It's literally going to be an intermediate to short passing offense, a ton of tunnel screens, bubble screens. They're running the ball, man. There's a formula that the Rams can deploy that gets them to the playoffs.
But tell me this, you're a guy that had you're a guy that had Jimmy G on your squad, and you saw how it ended up there. If you have to say maybe with the back injuries that Matthew Stafford is dealing with, he's 37 years old. He takes a lot of hits, and he's a big stiff out there that maybe you like, hey, we need to sit him to be cautious because if we play him, he may be hurt and we lose him for the season, and we don't want that. Say if you have to play the first 7 games before the bye week without Matthew Stafford and Jimmy G, you got Texans at Titans, at Philly, Colts, Niners, at Ravens versus the Jacksonville Jaguar. What are you saying? 4-3?
Nah,
3-4? Like, how would you
I
look at
I could
that?
see 5 games. In all honesty, I won't be surprised if the Rams beat the Eagles. Like, that is not world breaking news. They're
Without
the
Matthew
only team.
Stafford?
The Rams are the only team that were within 1 score of them. I know you don't. I know
With
you
Matthew
don't
Stafford.
remember much because your team got waxed in the Superdome. Your team got waxed out of Bourbon Street. The Rams played the Eagles extremely tight both times. With the addition of Devontae Adams, I
Not
am
that first
telling
game,
you.
though.
What are
That
you
first
talking
game
about?
got that first game got ugly because
Saquon Barkley ran
Saquon
for like
Barkley ran
220.
for 1 billion yards.
Yeah, he ran for 220. But it was still
Yeah.
a good game. It was still closely contested until he broke one that put the game away. But the Rams have legit pieces. Like Tyler Higbee looks phenomenal. Terrence, what's Terrence's last name? The rookie tight end that they drafted looks good. Like they have offensive on the offensive end. The Rams are like they don't have any holes. The reason why I think you're concerned about Matthew Stafford's health is because the offensive line was in such a state of flux. But when you get Bo Limmer, Justin Dedich, opportunities to run in game and they hold up, it's not like those two, played terribly. They didn't. They played remarkably well. But you get Steve Avila back, who was injured for a good portion of the year. Kevin Dotson. You got AJ, you know what I'm saying, playing left tackle. I'm telling you, man, this Rams offense, this Rams team is one to contend with.
So you trust him if Jimmy G has to play half the season, with your guys' division. I think the Niners are going to be, a bit better. They're going to be healthier, so they're going to be tougher. The Cardinals, they can be a surprise or not. Like, we never know with them, but they could possibly be a hit and a surprise. And then, you still have, you got Darnold over there with Seattle, and anything can happen there. Would your fate still be that the Rams will win that division like most people expect them to do?
Yes. And you want to know why?
Okay.
Sean
Let me hear it.
McVay.
Oh,
Sean
yeah.
McVay. They have Sean
Right.
McVay. Sean McVay is not one of those coaches that has to be the smartest person in the room. Sean McVay only cares about one thing, and that's winning. Whatever we have to do to win, let's do it. He doesn't need to get the credit. He's so effusive with his praise to the other coaches. He puts people in position that he entrusts, that he empowers, that he develops. Sean McVay is going to lead this Rams team to the top of the NFC West into the playoffs. The NFC Championship is coming down between the Rams and the Eagles. Book it.
No, and best believe I am a big fan of what I've seen from the others. I still want to see that secondary when the season starts. I want to see what happens there with that group because if they kind of sneak it up, it can be tough. And then that linebacking group, yes, Puna Ford is there and he's going to help a lot. But if those guys aren't able to make those tackles on the second level, then that's a weakness again. Coming into PFF, ranks them as 26. Last year, they finished the year 32nd. So if they can get into the mid, I would say like the
mid teens,
they can get to that with their production. I think, yes, that defense can be very scary, but my eyes are going to continue to be on the linebacker crew because they didn't make any big moves. It's like after losing Ernest Jones at the beginning of last season, they're like, we just going to roll with what we got. I know they added Landman, but even him, it wasn't like he was some dominant linebacker with the Falcons. He's a guy that's trying to prove people wrong.
But the crazy thing is with this defensive front, you don't necessarily need Fred Warner, a Dre Greenlaw, Bobby Wagner, on the second level. Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk is getting ready to have a huge year. You got Jared Verse, you got Desjuan Johnson, you have Byron Young. When you have these pieces up front who are commanding double teams, it allows the linebackers to run free. All they have to do is fill holes and wrap up. That's it.
Can they?
The Rams are going to Chris Shula is going to be a name that you hear interviewing in next season's offseason cycle for head coaches. Chris Shula is getting ready to throw his name into the hat. The dude is a freaking genius. And I'm not saying that because he's freaking a Shula. The dude is smart. He knows what he's doing. He took a whole bunch of young players last year, figured out how to situate and get them humming all in the right direction. And like I said, in the last 8 weeks of the regular season last year, the Rams were arguably one of the top 5 teams.
No, yeah, they were lights out. The linebacking play really improved. Like Omar Spates, he was top 3 according to PFF from week 10 on. So you just have to see them to continue to do that. We've been seeing a lot of really good things in camp. So you hope that they can keep it up. But I would just love to see a healthy Matthew Stafford available for them because it puts them to that Super Bowl tier team right off the bat. But they're not the only team in LA, Eli. The Los Angeles Chargers, they got things popping off with the Hall of Fame game. Trey Lance, he might be the guy, bro. He might have finally fit. No, I'm playing.
Hey, Trey Lance looked like an actual legit quarterback.
Man,
and
it's week 0 of the preseason. It don't count.
It means something, bro. He didn't look like that when he was up in the Bay, and he for sure didn't look like that down in Dallas.
No, yeah. And Harbaugh going to give you the opportunities to ball out and get you right and things like that. But I don't know, man. Hall of Fame game. But the Chargers are, like the Rams, are a team with high expectations coming into the season. The talk of the town is going to be Justin Herbert, and it's always going to be there. My question, Elam, because I hear a lot of people talk about Justin Herbert, right? And when they talk about him, I think it's more about physical gifts. Like, man, he can make this pass, he can run, he can do this, he can do that. But they don't really give you anything as far as what has he done when it mattered most. And that's why, for me, with him, I am like I am with, say, a Dak Prescott. You have to prove it to me.
Are you putting Justin Herbert in the same conversation as Dak Prescott?
What, you got him better than Dak Prescott?
Heck yeah.
He's more physically gifted, but they're two players.
He's a better quarterback. It's not even about physical gifts. I think, the last 2 seasons, Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy have been eerily similar. Like, go look at the tape. Go look at the stats. Like those. If you gonna say Brock Purdy is trash, then you got to put Patrick Mahomes in that same category. Now I got you. He won a ring. Whatever. I got that. He won a ring at Brock Purdy's expense. He won a ring at Brock Purdy's expense. Yeah, however, the two have been like compare their stats. They've been eerily similar. Yeah, there is no way in the world you're going to sit up here and tell me Justin Herbert and Dak Prescott are in the same like realm.
Hey, Dak Prescott has won division titles.
No, he hasn't.
He's won a division title before.
Oh, I'm thinking divisional playoffs. Sorry, I'm thinking divisional playoffs.
Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, but they're two guys that I look at as if, man, these guys get numbers. They can pick up some wins, but when it matters most, last time we saw Justin Herbert against the Texans, he stunk it up.
He stunk it up. Yeah, he did stink it up. He stunk it up.
I was like, yo, they about to smack them up. And I was telling everybody, like, man, we might get an AFC West conference championship because, you know, Herbert with that running game and that defense, they're just going to figure it out, you know, and he went through 4 interceptions against the Texans. It's all about him going forward. No matter, I like Amariana Hampton out of the backfield. I wish they got more weapons for him at tight end and receiver. I think the defense is going to be solid. The O-line is top 3 in the league, but will Herbert be elite? Because so far in his career, he puts up numbers, he wins, but when you really want to be an elite quarterback, you have to win when it matters most. And he just hasn't done it. And that's what this season is going to come down to.
Outside of Lab McConkey, who did he have to throw to?
All right. Other than Lab McConkey, who does he have to throw to this year?
You got Will Dissly. He's a serviceable tight end.
He was there last year.
He was injured.
Bro, but when he came back, he played. He was healthy. He's a guy that's 3 catches, 35 yards, 38 yards a game. Like
until Quentin Johnson figures it out, until Q figures it out, is going to hamstring the Chargers because you could load the box, stop the run, you could bracket Lab McConkey, and dare Justin and Q to beat you. Somebody else has to step up in that wide receiver room.
Yeah, and I don't know who you can trust to do it because I think things are going to be a little tougher for Lad this year. People got tape on him. They learning his get off. He has one getting off of a press. He is incredible. But you know, now these NFL defensive coordinators who are so dangerous, they've been able to study him off season long. So I think they're going to try to take some stuff away from him. So that means the greatness of Justin Herbert is going to have to be shown when he's throwing to some scrubs out there. And I just don't believe that he is that guy until he proves different. I'm choosing Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
I keep telling you this. You think I'm trolling you. The Chiefs are not making the playoffs this year. You think I'm trolling you. They're not making the playoffs.
You're trolling yourself because
no, I'm not. This division is the Broncos' division to lose. You're not making the playoffs.
Bo Nix is gonna have a sophomore slump. Be ready for it. It always
in year two of Jim Harbaugh. Watch Justin look elite.
Man, he looked really good last year. He only threw 4? He threw like 2 interceptions for the year. Then that big game comes,
and then he threw like 3. Yeah,
he threw 4 in the game.
And 4.
I know that you can play up to par. You have all the abilities. And that's why I think everybody look at. They look at the abilities that he has. But what has he shown you on the tape?
Listen,
the biggest game?
All I know is what my eyes have seen during training camp. Shout out to Big Baby Jonathan. He said last year he had Joshua Palmer. You know, Josh is a good dude. Josh is a great dude, actually.
Yeah, Josh. Ben said, name a one bad year. 2, Michigan didn't win a national championship his second year. So not winning the national championship is not.
But they were in contention. In year two is noticeably different. Year 2 is noticeably different in the Harbaugh era. In year 2, he usually has his teams contending for championships.
But there's one big difference. Even with the Stafford, I get it. He did his thing. with the Niners.
San Francisco. You had Kyle Williams fumble. They would have went to the Super Bowl. Year 2, they're in the Super Bowl.
There wasn't a Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid in those
Patrick
divisions.
Mahomes is not. So, listen, dude. Travis Kelce. This is a LeBron tour right here. Both Trav and LeBron are on their farewell tour. You saw how poo cheese they looked during the Super Bowl. Trav is not getting any more spry. Trav isn't even the best tight end in the division anymore.
Who's back? Come on,
Brock Bowers.
That's crazy. But Trav don't have to be the best because you have a year 2 Xavier Worthy. Rashee Rice is back. Hollywood Brown. Look out for this name. I'm telling you, Elam. You're going to be like, oh, dang, Kels is right. Jalen Royals, Utah State 4th round pick. The man looks a lot. He looks like Rashee Rice. Like the Raven camp is like, damn, Chiefs got lucky this year. They have 2 Rashee Rices. And if he can play the way that he's been playing in camp, this offense is going to go to another level.
Everybody looks good in camp. Everybody looks good in shorts and T-shirts. Pads are getting ready to come on. Cats like me who love to thump, it's time to hit. So we getting ready to see. We getting ready to see.
Same thing. Justin Herbert, you go to camp, guys. If you haven't been over there to the beautiful facility they have, boat in El Segundo, oh my gosh. But Justin Herbert, you go out there, you would be like, that's the greatest quarterback in the world. But when those games matter, he doesn't look like it. So let's see. That's going to be what's going to be the difference from them this season is if he can win those big games against the Joe Burrows, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, C.J. Strouds. Look out for, Trevor Lawrence might have a chance to have a bounce back.
Get out of here. I can't even believe you bringing up Trevor Lawrence on this show, dude.
I had to mention somebody.
Get out of here. Man, look, let's keep it LA. Who has the better season, the Rams or the Chargers?
So I want to break it down by individual stats or roster spots, right, with the team. So if you had to go quarterbacks, who you got, Rams or Chargers?
A healthy Matthew Stafford?
Healthy Matthew Stafford.
I'm going Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford, you got him over Justin Herbert. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I got Matthew Stafford's done it.
And that's why.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford's done it. Running backs, you got Najee Harris, Amarion Hampton is the rookie out of North Carolina. And then, on the other side, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum are going to get most of those touches. Who you going with, E?
I'm going to have to go with Blake and Kyron, only because I feel like they're more multiple. They can do more things. Kyron, you can utilize him in the pass game. All Kyron Williams does is score touchdowns. And I know Blake Corum, he's chomping at the bit. He got injured the last time he stepped on the field, but I already know what the kid could do. I see it every freaking week.
Yeah, but I'm hoping. It looks like so far he fixed that fumbling issue, and I'm hoping he did for the regular games. But I'm going to go with the wild card, man. I think that with Najee Harris, we've seen that he was a 1,000-yard guy with Pittsburgh. Now he's going to be running behind this offensive line, which is incredible. And then Amarion Hampton, that dude is
But you didn't even bring up offensive line. You just said running backs.
I know, but that's going to play into why I believe they just going to have to run straight through big holes. And if they're doing that, they both.
You see how you keep trying to shift the narrative and shift the argument in your favor.
If they were on the Rams offensive line, I'm picking Najee Harris and Amarion Hampton. I just think that both of them guys together are big play guys that can tote the rock. They don't really fumble the ball. Not even.
What is it? The braids?
Nah, I'm telling you. And then Blake, we didn't really see too much of Blake last year, so we still got to see if he's that guy in the NFL like he was at Michigan. I know Kyron is nice, but we still got to see. But I'd rather go with the rookie Amarion because that dude looks special at North Carolina. Running with them light blue jerseys, he looks special. But let's go to O-line.
It's not even a question. It's the Chargers. It's the Chargers. It's like they're built different.
Hey, they remind me of that O-line, one of the greatest ones ever. The Chiefs had where they had Will Shields, Willie Roaf, John Tate at right tackle, Brian Waters. All 5 made the Pro Bowl for the Chiefs. That might be a situation we see with the Chargers.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what the Chargers offensive line looks like. You remember in Little Giants when they're out there practicing and John Madden put up on the bus and they got off the bus and the kids are looking up and like, whoa, that's the Chargers offensive line. That is the Chargers offensive line.
And this money over there, Rashawn. I saw Rashawn. I'm like, bro, I need a sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? He got paid, so. Yeah, I think that's easy. The Chargers offensive line. How about outside weapons, receivers and tight ends? I think this is pretty easy too. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua.
It's not even a question. Yeah, it's not even a question. It's the Rams.
Yeah, next. easily the Rams. And then defense. I think on defense it's Rams as well. The Chargers, I like their linebackers better. Their DBs, I still question their DBs because you lost Christian Fulton, who's with the Chiefs, and Asante Samuel Jr., who's a free agent. So we're kind of figuring out what that.
So I think you got a front 7 advantage and you got a back 7 advantage. I think the Chargers have the better secondary only because Derwin James is back there.
But the Rams,
but the front 7, front 7. It's the Rams by a long shot, bro.
Because I like Henley and Perryman better than Landman and Spates.
Oh, free Denzel, by the way.
Yeah, free. Oh, yeah, fact. Free Denzel, bro. So if he's there and he's ready to go with how Dayon's been looking, this is gonna be year 3 for Dayon. I expect him.
You haven't seen Omar, bro. Omar is taking huge strides, bro. Huge strides.
He's been looking nice. So, and then he has that advantage of that front 4. So that one,
you were out there when Nate was going crazy. Nate Lamb.
Oh, yeah, Nate was. Yeah, he was.
Come on, man. Yeah, like you treating the Rams, linebacking core like they some scrubs. Like Troy,
they gotta prove. You know me, I'm about prove it. I don't want to. And what they can do.
A real mastermind is able to call things that aren't as though they were, bro. You got to be able to see it before it happens.
Yeah, but I gotta see it because they even in that Eagles game they showed a couple chinks that ended up costing them at the end.
That's because they weren't staying disciplined in their gaps, bro.
So they got to show me that, and they got a chance first 4 weeks to show me that they got that. But until then, I'm going to choose the Chargers linebackers, but overall defense, I'm going with the Rams because the D-line, that front 5 is crazy.
X factor, coach.
Oh, coach.
No.
X factor. Ooh.
Harbaugh or McVay?
McVay gonna get that offense, and he gonna get the very best out of it. Even though I believe in Harbaugh, but I just think that McVay he's gonna get the best out of the offense. You done messed around and gave him Devontae Adams. Like, what is going on? And an inspired Devontae Adams looking to prove people wrong. Like, y'all only got me rated as 90 on Madden. Get out of here. I'm about to show y'all what it is. So I'm gonna go with McVay because of the talent he has to work with. And man, something about McVay, bro. You just be around him. You like, man, I want to get a drink with him. I want to party up with him because he just
what? Sean McVay make me want to put on a helmet, bro.
No, that too, yeah. And then after practice, you like, man, we going up, coach. But Harbaugh kind of got that too. Harbaugh give you a story. Like, I remember when I was born, I came out the womb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it was raining.
It was raining, and a dog was barking. You like, damn, you know that much?
But hey, man, I gotta say it's a push. I want to give the advantage to the Rams, but I just can't. I think you have 2 equally proficient quarterbacks, head coaches. Like you, like if you would have went Harbaugh, I wouldn't have been mad. Going Sean McVay, I can't be mad. Like I'm taking the push.
You know why I'm going with McVay?
You act like Jim Harbaugh don't got one.
A Super Bowl?
He got a championship.
I'm talking about a Super Bowl. College, a whole different game. Super Bowl.
I would argue it's harder to do in college.
Man.
In the age and era NIL, It's a lot harder to do in college.
When you gotta beat some really good teams in the NFC, and then you gotta deal with a monster in the AFC.
Bro, you're talking about the college football season where one loss can knock you out of contention for a freaking championship? No.
Yeah, but if your schedule is cupcake and you just beat Ohio State, I think
not in the Big Ten. It's not in the Big Ten.
They didn't win the present Big Ten where they had to face Oregon and them guys. It was before that. So shout out to Chargers Rams. NFL season is here. Get ready for your fantasy drafts. It's gonna be fun.
First pick, who you going with?
First, if I get the first overall, I hope I don't, because that means you gotta wait so long. But damn.
Okay, number 4. Number 4 or number 7?
Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs from Detroit. I think he's Jamal Charles 2.0. So he has people to protect him. They got a solid O-line. They got weapons on the outside. I would go with Gibbs. I think this is the year he truly breaks through. I just hate that he does lose some red zone attempts. But I think this is the year he really going to break out and go crazy. Because Saquon Barkley, I think that he going to have a really good year, but not the type of year he had last year. Teams are going to be more ready for that.
Okay.
So, yeah. Who would you go with?
I'm going Ashton Jeanty, bro.
First pick, if you had it?
No, not. I just gave you the parameters, 4 or 7.
Oh, 4. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I like Jeanty too. He just.
No, you know what? You know who I think is actually going to be there?
Who?
Christian McCaffrey.
Hey, don't take him.
I think Christian McCaffrey. If Christian McCaffrey is on the board at 7, I'm taking him.
He might be a shell of himself. We don't know. So
he's not, bro. I have enough eyes up there, bro. He's.
We're gonna see. I can't wait. See how excited we are. We ready for some NFL football. Want to zoom through this?
Hey, hit us in the chat. Who are you taking with the number 7 pick in the first round of your fantasy league? And who knows more about ball? Your guy Elam or this guy that calls himself the point guard talking about football?
Me, the guru over here. I can't believe Elam.
Lambstradamus, yes, I know.
His takes out there. But hey, so let's take it to the hardwood, man, because a lot of people, I guess, predicted it. You kind of saw what was going to happen. But Luka Dončić signs a 3-year, $165 million extension, which is pretty much a 2-year deal because he wants to opt out that year 3 so he can get that super max. Mavericks disrespected him with by trading him the way that they did. But I'm just happy that, Luka is locked in because it just shows that he's like, yo, I'm ready to be the face of this. I know what it takes to be this. I know who Kobe Bryant is. I study what Shaq did. I study what Magic, Kareem, all these guys did. Hell, even the year that LeBron was able to take him to a chip and kind of bring him back some relevancy. I know what it takes. I'm accepting that. I'm ready to do it. And I'm happy that, he signed the dotted line. He was outside. He was at the Jordan event there in downtown LA.
Luka stay outside, though. Luka stays outside. Luka is outside, bro.
As long as he stay fit and when he outside. I don't need him to, I hope he stay away from people I know who might henny him up.
I swear I saw Luka over in the Verge the other day.
Oh, his stump about to be crazy when he comes to the season. Wait till his first 3-point shot. You're going to be like, okay, I see what he's doing. They can be like, why he throwing up a 2 when he made a 3? But the real one's going to know. But, hey, Luka signing this deal, what's your thoughts about it? What does it mean to the Lakers?
I think they've consummated their relationship. Luka wants to be here in LA, and LA wants him here. This is the thing, man. Go check out my article, Stolen Legacy, on the Sporting Tribune. I wrote about this. Luka, I think, embodies what it means to be an Angelino. I think far too often people get it misconstrued. They think Hollywood, they think Malibu, they think Beverly Hills. Oh, we're very posh, blah, 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 blah. LA is a blue collar city. And if you come incorrect, somebody is going to knock your block off in more ways than one. And Luka seems to understand what it means to be from Los Angeles, to be of Los Angeles. He's already ingratiating himself in the community of the culture. You could see him at taco trucks. He's doing the little things to show people like, all right, what's LA really about? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people come and like, oh, let me go to Santa Monica and blah, 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 Hollywood. LA is more than that, right? And just seeing his approach to the offseason, losing over 30 pounds in 3 months, you can tell he's got the grit, he's got the grind, he has the mentality. You just aforementioned, he understands Kobe's legacy here in the city.
Yep.
Luka is doing everything LeBron didn't do, which is the reason why I don't think the city ever embraced LeBron, because LeBron never wanted to see himself as an Angelino. He didn't want to pour out his heart, his soul, everything into the game. And you can fool a lot of people, but you can't fool Laker fans. You can't fool people from Los Angeles. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from Luka. I'll save up, put some there's no more pennies anymore. So I was gonna say I was gonna put some pennies in the penny bank. But I'll chip in. I don't think Mark Walter needs my money. But Luka's here to stay, and I'm loving it.
No, yeah, and I'm excited that he's willing to accept this challenge. But some people was like, yo, you checked out his press conference. Shout out to our media friends that were there. No LeBron James. Hell, no Bronny James in the building. What does this mean for the James family with the fact that Luka has this deal? He's the clear face and future of this team. What does this mean for the James gang?
All right, I got to be fair. All right. This is an unattainable situation for LeBron James. It's a lose-lose situation. If he shows up, he's trying to steal Luka's light. This is his moment. LeBron is trying to usurp that, and he didn't show up, and he's a terrible teammate. The entire situation for LeBron, at least, he wasn't gonna win. And Bronny, he's a G Leaguer, man. So I don't have any expectation of any G League players showing up for Luka Dončić to sign him, man.
Hey, the legend Dan Patrick said, hey, you want to stick on this squad? Your dad might be gone next year. If you want to,
no, not Mike, not Mike. Your dad is going next year.
Yeah, he should be 1,000% gone. But Dan Patrick is like, man, you should be there because you want to try to stick around because you may not have another spot somewhere else. Once your dad is gone from the Lakers. But I'm like, it's the offseason. If guys are out having fun, so I wasn't killing them too much. I just know that this is the for sure writing on the wall. LeBron James, this is your final year as the Laker. I'm hoping that's his final year in the NBA. I don't
care if it's his final year in the NBA. Just because LeBron James, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for your service.
Ask him, what else you got to play for? He say, I don't really got nothing to play for. That means it's time for your butt to let this go.
Yeah. If you don't have, listen, they are so lucky that I wasn't there at that press conference because my follow-up question would have been, then why are you still playing? Why are you still playing?
Why are you still playing if you feel there's nothing and that right there,
that showed me everything.
Is another thing that Laker fans, how they feel that and why they're like, man, we want this guy out of here. We done with this. Because for you to be playing with the Lakers, who just saw the Celtics get their 18th banner, we need our 18th actual NBA championship because he helped us get the end season. So we got 18 banners, but the 18th World Championship banner, we need you to be like, man, I'm here to bring these fans a chip. I got, I'm trying to get to 5 like Kobe or maybe like 6 like MJ. We want to hear that. When you say you don't really got nothing to play for, it's like, all right, you just out there going through the motions.
You just padding stats.
That's what turns people off compared to when you hear Luka said, hey, I want to bring a championship back to the Lakers. That's all I'm here for. I know the legacy of this team. I want to do this. That's why people in LA are like, get this guy out of here, take his son, and y'all figure it out elsewhere, because I just think that they're tired of it. And it helps because if
you can't add fuel to the fire at the Honey facility taking pictures in front of the Clippers logo.
Yeah, come on, bro.
You like you goldness, bro. Like you know what you're doing. You do this all the time. You are the most media savvy athlete I have ever seen. You know what you're doing.
You know exactly what's going on. And the fact you even let something like that happen, it's the game and stuff like that. I'd rather him come out and say, hey, let this be Luka's time. I want to go somewhere else where I feel I have a better chance to win a championship. So they can
Quick question for you. Mm-hmm. When you look at the pantheon of Laker greats,
yes,
which tier do you put LeBron James in?
He would probably be he's like tier C. Because I have my first
tier 3. Okay.
My first tier A is the Magics, Kobe's, the Kareems, the Shaqs, Jerry West, George Mikan, these guys, you know what I'm saying? Then tier 2, you have like the Pau Gasols, the James
Big Game,
Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, guys like that. Then I will have LeBron to that next level, just because, like you said, he's never truly embraced being a Laker. Most of those guys, especially the ones that we saw in our lives, they embrace being a Laker. They embrace the city, so that allowed the city to embrace them, and it just made it a love fest. So where he's kind of standoffish. He's not really outside doing major stuff for the city. So it just makes you feel like what most of us thought when he came to the Lakers. Bro, he's just a hired gun that's showing up, that's doing what he did for Miami and returning back to Cleveland. You did your job. Kudos. You got us a championship in the bubble, but time is up. Let's get up out of here, man.
And I'm glad you said that, because without knowing that he missed the playoffs twice, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And he's been eliminated in the first round twice, correct?
Yep.
That's not Lakerdom, bro. That's not the expectation that we hold here in Los Angeles. Had it not been for the championship.
Yeah.
Albeit in the bubble, you can call it a Mickey Mouse ring, whatever. I know for me and people that I know, there was no emotional attachment to it because we weren't able to celebrate it. Yeah, we didn't get no parade. It was just like, all right, they won.
Mm-hmm.
Without that, LeBron would arguably be an F. He would be like with the Vlade Divacs. He would be with the
Nick Van Exel and Eddie
Pig Millers. You know what I'm saying? Of Smush Parkers of Laker lore. But I gotta put him in a C. Now listen, Nick Van Exel, Cedric Ceballos, Eddie Jones. There are some, and I was a huge Eddie Jones fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a diss. Like if you know Laker history,
that's not a diss at all.
That's not a diss.
They were special because we drafted them, so we saw them from rookies, from Cincinnati, Nick Van Exel, from Temple, Eddie Jones, to where it was like how we do when it comes to our rookies that grow with us. We love them, a lot, and we rock with them heavy. So being in that tier is nothing bad with that. He's on that borderline of the B, C, because if
he hasn't done enough to be a B. He hasn't done
got one ring though, and I think eventually he's going to end up a B because he's going to get his jersey retired. He has as many rings with the Lakers as Wilt Chamberlain.
Does he get a statue?
No, he shouldn't. Shouldn't get anything near it. What's my guy named Cornbread Earl and me? What's my guy?
James Earl Jones?
No, not James Earl Jones. With the Laker, man, Laker legend with the weird shot. He has his jersey retired, bro. I can't think of his name. Ben, look that name up for me, please. I can't.
Was it Gail Goodrich?
No, not Gail Goodrich. It's and he went to UCLA and played. I can't think of his name, but he was on Cornbread Earl and Me. It's a movie I used to watch with my pops.
Ben, look it up.
He, that's another guy that will be in that B tier, like C tier, because he never was truly the guy, but he was always one of the top 3. But he has a few rings with the team. Not George Mikan. It's a Ford. I need to get his name. I'm about to get his name. But let's move on. We're gonna keep it purple and gold. but let's talk the ladies, because the Los Angeles Sparks, they won 5 straight. They got humbled by Debo. Asia Wilson came in there and took their chains and everything they bite, but then they bounce back win, which I feel was their biggest win of the season.
Listen,
double overtime win versus the Storm.
That's 2 huge wins in 3 games, bro.
Man, yep.
New York and Seattle, that's huge. Now, how they won? Double overtime. De'Erica Hamby scores a putback to, send it into the first overtime. I can't even remember how it went in the second, but Rakia Jackson. If you are not talking about Rakia, you're doing something wrong, because she deserves all the adulation and the praise. Rakia Jackson puts the game away.
Yeah, it was Jamal Wilkes. That was the name.
Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal. How am I not the Bruin legend, Jamal Wilkes? But yeah, now the Sparks, man, I was really excited for that game because Cameron Brink, man, like that fourth quarter, they did what I was excited. I did my little live stream, LA Sparks Weekly, with my show, and we were there for the whole thing. And they put her in, and they had Rakia at the 4, Ray Burrell at the 3. Then you had KP and you had Oliver. And that pretty much, that's a small ball lineup. You just got Cameron Brink as and that opened the floor for Rakia to do more in the mid post and post where she was killing them. But then you had a knockdown 3 from Cameron Brink. You had another jump shot from her. You had a couple block shots, a putback, and you saw how impactful she can be. Yes, I do believe that Cameron Brink has to become a better one-on-one scorer, but at this point, you're going to play her like to connect it to the NBA. You're going to play her like a young Anthony Davis, where it's a lot of pick and roll, go to the rim. Let me see if I can throw it to you. If not, pick and pop, knock it down. But her defensive impact, the way that she was blocking shots, rebounded, that's what kept them in that game, because they were down by 10 points at one point, but they were able to make that run due to Rakia and Cameron Brink. And that right there showed me the future of, this might be something that's really crazy. But shout out to their big 4, De'Erica, who had a big game. Z had a big game. I think she had like 19, 5, 20. Each player scored that 4 scored 21 or more. So it was KP did what she does. It was just a great performance by that team, and to do it against the Storm with NECA over there, with Skylar Diggins, and the squad that they have, Gabby Williams, who made some big shots. Like, I was happy to bounce back performance that they had, because they could have easily went to Seattle, got down 10 and folded, but they fought back and picked up a big win. So I'm excited where this team is going. It might be a playoff team, Elam.
You know what? The playoffs it's not out the realm of possibility. I remember at the beginning of the season, I was like, there's no way this team is making the playoffs. No way, no how. Like, I just did not see it. And what did you say? Elam, exercise some patience. Let them get healthy. Let them get Ray Burrell back. Cam Brink is coming back. You know what? I got to give you your flowers. You were right. You were right. But I'm noticing something. I've noticed something.
What's that?
There have been 2 nights where you've been missing in action and things have been thrown on WNBA courts.
Oh, yeah, that's been that's been wild. And
where have you been, Mykell?
Why lime green? Why is that the choice of color for who's ever throwing these
throw some D's on them.
And throwing some D's on them. So that's been crazy. But if you haven't been tapped into the WNBA, y'all need to tap in. It's a lot of good basketball out there. The Sparks are having some fun, and you might get a dildo thrown near you. So, if that excites you, hey, it's WNBA offers everything that you need at a basketball game. So shout out to the Sparks. Let's see. They got a big one tomorrow. They got the Indiana Fever coming into town.
No Caitlin Clark. No Caitlin Clark. I want to temper your expectations. Yeah. Caitlin is not playing.
But Indiana just picked up a nice win. Kelsey Mitchell was still there. Eric McDonald doing the thing. Aaliyah Boston. Sophie
Oh,
Cunningham.
Ari getting ready to come back.
I know,
Hot, bro.
Crazy.
She gonna go crazy. She
Shout to
Ari
Sophie.
McDonald. Hey, she's scoring at least 25, bro.
She gonna try. She about to try to go because she got
Gun
the
it.
green light. It's
Gun
okay.
it.
Oh yeah, yeah. She looking for KP on the pick and roll. So, but I like what the Sparks are doing. I think they should pick up that victory. So Elam, that's it with the hoop talk. We gotta take it away from LA. I want to give you something very new to the show that we're gonna try to have weekly here with the NFL season coming up. So this is called
brand new.
All right. So this first go round, we're going to go with quarterbacks, and I am going historical quarterbacks. So what you got to do is you got to pick 4, you got to ditch the other 4. All right. So we can tag team this. So I'm gonna say a name, and you got to say, we got to come up with a decision. Do we keep? Do we ditch? That works.
Do I get all the names at once or one at a time?
Name, and then you got to see what you think. What can possibly come after?
Okay.
So, first one, Steve Young.
I gotta ditch him.
Ditch him. Okay, so we ditch him. Let me write this down. Steve Young is ditched. I'm with you. Steve Young is special. Of course, other than Frank Tarkenton, he was that running quarterback that was doing his thing. The left.
I'm ditching him because I know you trying to entice me. You know what I'm saying? You trying to give me a little bit of bait, so I have one on the hook already. Nah, I'm smarter than your average bear, bro.
Okay, all right. Next one, Tom Brady. I know what you pausing for.
No, because I'm thinking just in terms of quarterback play. Tom Brady got a lot of help, man. When it comes to quarterbacking, I don't think Tom Brady is the best quarterback that I have seen. Tom Brady has won the most at the quarterback position. But I'm gonna say keep him. I'm gonna say keep him.
Ben, did you hear this? Take that arrogant. Ben,
I just said I'm gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep him.
About me, but said that this guy isn't the best. That's crazy. Number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3, my fault. Joe Montana.
Keep him. I knew what you were doing. I just keep him. Joe Montana is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. I'm saying it.
Wow. Breaking
I'm
news.
saying it.
I don't even think
I'm talking biggest games, no interceptions.
I like it. Kansas City Chiefs legend Joe Montana. Shout out to him. But I'm with you. I'm keeping Joe. Joe cool. That guy can play in the pocket, play out the pocket. He did have Jerry Rice.
And he played when you can actually hit a quarterback.
Yeah, he had Jerry Rice. So, Jerry Rice was doing it at 42. So maybe I could have been nice with Jerry Rice. But I'm going to go with you with Joe. So that means you got 2 more quarterbacks we can keep. Number 4, my fault, Peyton Manning. Keep or ditch? It's tough.
I'm a ditch. I got to think of the totality. Regular season, yeah, Peyton Manning. Playoffs, no. He choked too much during the playoffs throughout the duration of his career. So I am going to have to ditch.
I like that. I think I go to – it's tough, man, because Peyton Manning was one guy.
But see, you also have the list right there, so you know who's coming next.
No, yeah, but just thinking of the history of the game, like Peyton Manning changed it. Like before him, it was like, hey, you got 3 plays in the huddle. What would it be? Like 2 pass, 1 run? Or 2 pass, 1 run. Figured out with Peyton Manning, what he was able to do, like the sheriff. Now team quarterbacks go up, bro. You got whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way that even Tom Brady had to up his game and get to that level, because early on it was Charlie Weiss saying, hey, this is what we're doing. We're going to lean heavy on the run. I think
Peyton is the most cerebral quarterback to have ever played the game.
Yeah.
Like there isn't like just he studied so much film. He knew so much about just like keys. He knew exactly what you were going to do just based on your alignment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the slightest tell, he'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? They're blitzing on this side. So if this were the, the mind of a quarterback, then I'm taking Peyton Manning. But we're talking about quarterbacks. I got to look at the totality of their career. I got to ditch them.
Okay, so we ditching him. The next one, Aaron Rodgers.
Ditch.
Ditch.
Aaron Rodgers arguably has been the most physically gifted, physically talented quarterback, and he is grossly underachieved.
He was the most physically gifted.
Like, and when I like look at the latter part of his career, it's like, dog, who you are as a person, I'll pass.
And then with Green Bay, I just think that
you had Devontae Adams. You had prime Devontae Adams.
You had Greg Jennings, Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson.
Who put the team on his back, though?
Yeah. So that's why at one point, like I said, I felt he was the most physically gifted quarterback, but guys came after him that kind of changed my view of it. But I'm with you. I would ditch him. But remember, we gotta keep 4. We keeping 2 so far. Tom Brady and Montana. We got I think I know this guy. Patrick LeVon Mahomes II.
I mean, I got to. I don't want to, but I have to.
I already had keep typed already because there was no way in hell you weren't gonna say keep the guy that is one of the top 2 most physically gifted quarterbacks to ever do it.
And I'm just looking at the beginning. I'm just looking at the beginning of his career, man. You know, he hasn't even hit his prime yet. He's already got 2 rings at the expense of
2. Yeah. Shout
can I finish my thought? He's got 2 rings at the expense of, you know, a particular football team, 3-time champion. He should be another MVP. He should have a few more MVPs. Dude is remarkable. So you gotta keep him.
So 2 more names. 2 more names left. So we got to keep one of them. John Elway.
Ooh. The $1 million question is who's next? Who's next? John Elway. John Elway is giving me the Aaron Rodgers legs and arm. He's giving me moxie. He's shown me that he is a fierce competitor. Stanford grad, so shout out to the Bay. And this is blind. I don't know who's next, so I'm gonna say keep.
Keep. We're gonna keep. I think I rock with that. Even though, like when I was younger, he used to piss me off because the Chiefs could not figure him out. He went from the powder blues to the navy blues, and him and that damn Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, Rod Smith, and McCaffrey used to piss me off because we couldn't beat them. So I got to show love to Elway, even though this last guy I might have rolled with too. But, you know, it's still early in his career. The last guy, we're going to ditch him, Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's easy.
He's the guy that
hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done nothing.
He's an MVP. He might be the most physically gifted quarterback that we've seen as far as the ability to run, big body like that, and a cannon arm like that dude.
Wait. Are we forgetting Cam Newton existed?
No, I know, but I don't think – you think Cam Newton was ever as good as Josh Allen?
Yes. He was freaking throwing to Ted Ginn Jr. and Kelvin Benjamin.
Josh Allen won MVP last year. Who was his number 1 receiver?
Shakir.
Man, he ain't, man. Shakir is a 3rd receiver at best.
Oh, get out of here, dude.
But Josh is special, bro. But
I like my 4.
Yeah, I like it. So that's what we decide this week on keep him or ditch him. Quarterback edition. We're gonna keep Brady, keep Montana, keep Mahomes, keep John Elway. We're ditching Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and Steve Young. Be back for this next week. Running backs. Who's going to be the all-time running backs? Maybe I have you come up with the 8.
I got you.
Come up with the 8, and we'll see what I go with. Because running back my favorite position in a game of football. So shout out to it. But before we get out of here, let's take you away from the world of sports because I know we're sports journalists, but that's not all we do. We tackle a lot more things. Elam, you're a family guy, right? And sometimes you and the boys and wifey may want to get outside and go and check out a movie. But if you look at the numbers of some of the big movies, like Superman came out not too long ago, Fantastic Four, the numbers just don't hit like they used to. What, like, I'm trying to see what makes people not go to movies anymore. Why do you think the theaters are taking such a big hit?
Because we're tired of these terrible remakes, bro. You don't have to rebrand and rehash a classic in order to get people there. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to do a terrible job. A la The Naked Gun. That entire series, like, let it rest, bro. That's the thing about Hollywood, bro. There's no creativity. What, you know, the last movie that I got excited about or I heard any type of real buzz about in the past year, it was Sinners. And guess what? That's an original script. So are you telling me with the millions of people who clamor to be a part of Hollywood, the hundreds of thousands of writers, there's no original thought, there's nothing unique, there's nothing dynamic? The reason why you can't get people in the seats is because you don't dare to imagine. How are you going to sell us a dream, a fantasy, and you don't even dare to dream outside of the parameters in which you operate? So you want to get families to the movie theater? Give us some original content. Give us some compelling storylines. There are droves and dozens of them. That's my take.
Okay. For me, I think that it's multiple things. One, pricing, right? I was chopping it up with a few people. You know, got a little geek in me, so I'm a part of this little Marvel club, and we talk about the Marvel DC club. We talk about the movies and what the numbers, and people were just like, bro, I got a family of 6, and he said I end up paying, what he say, like $200 just for the tickets. You know what I'm saying? And then that's not even including the snacks and stuff that I had to buy, to where it's like,
man, if you don't pop some popcorn at home and put it in your baby mama purse.
But not everybody, because some of these ain't no, they ain't no, they're fair skinned. They're not, we putting the candy every which way we can put it. I might have my lady coming there looking like she pregnant, and that'd be all snacks.
Hot dogs and hamburgers and
leftover chicken. But some people out there, and they really go and buy all of this stuff, and they spend $200 plus on one movie, where it's like, Dad, Fantastic Four come out in 2 weeks, and it's like, damn, I gotta do this again. So that's one thing that you're hearing families talk about. And then another thing is that streaming. You're like, all right, it's so expensive to go to the movies. I'm gonna just wait this out. You know what I'm saying? And wait till it hit Disney Plus. Like Fantastic Four is gonna hit Disney Plus.
Streaming. You better go on Putlocker, Lavidia.ch. You know what I'm saying?
You pirating, bro. They gonna come get us.
I'm not saying I pirate. I am a law-abiding citizen. I've had too many encounters with the law. They never have to worry about me doing anything. But there are too many ways to watch movies in real time. So again, you got to give people something that they want to see. Like, I think the last real hype that MCU had, Infinity Wars, Black Panther, Spider-Man, right?
Endgame.
I couldn't even tell you the last DC movie, or maybe this last Batman with Robert Pattinson. I thought Superman that was kind of.
I wouldn't watch Superman. Like, I enjoy Superman and Fantastic.
I watch Superman, but it's DC.
I just think that, the pricing for the people who actually show up and watch these movies, and then streaming, the fact that you could just wait a month and a half, it's going to drop, and I can just enjoy it. I don't know
if I'm buying the pricing, because it's what, $15 for a ticket, $18 for a ticket.
And some of them be like, definitely if you go to the top-notch theaters, bro. I saw a theater was $24.
Bro, you spend $24 throughout the week on food, man. Like,
Yeah, but
Okay,
some
you don't eat out 2 days out of the week. There's your movie ticket right there. I'm
yeah,
not
but
buying that excuse.
some people got families to where they like, bro, I got 4 kids and wifey want to
Go
go.
to the matinee. You don't
Yeah,
have to go see it in IMAX.
that's
If the goal is to spend time with the family, go
yeah.
somewhere that you can afford. You don't have to go see a movie in 3D IMAX.
I think that's the issue. A lot of people be want to see 3D IMAX. When I go
Yeah,
to the theater,
wants versus needs, man.
I go
Wants
to the
versus needs. Take a
regular.
crap in one and wish in the other and see which one's gonna get filled up first, bro.
Yeah. Do they? Ben said the Tuesday night movies. Do they still do that? I don't know a place
I
to.
don't know. Hey, you know who we gotta call?
Who's
We
that?
gotta call the guy from Cosm. Remember we met at the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, yeah. We gotta hit him up. Yeah,
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 we gotta
yeah.
hit him up.
Yeah, I'm with that. I got his number. I got it. Cause he's the owner, so we gotta
Yeah,
get up. We
yeah.
gotta do a Misfits
We
something.
got to do a Misfit takeover. That's what
Yeah,
we got to do. We gotta drive some business.
yeah.
Misfit takeover in Cosm, LA.
I'm gonna reach out to him. But yeah, so let's see if it changes anytime soon in theaters to see if families get back out. I don't know what it's going to take. Like you said, the last big movie was like
Sinners.
you had like Sinners. Before that, when it comes to like the comic book movies, was like a lot of people showed up to watch Deadpool and Wolverine. They did some numbers, but like I said, streaming, when you know it's going to drop on streaming, like after that first week or two when you missed the movie, you kind of sit it out to where back then you was like, I got to get there. I know I didn't see it week 1 or week 2. I still got to get there. Once it hit week 3, you like, I'll just wait. And that's just, even with Sinners, I didn't watch Sinners in theater. I was just like, it's been 3 weeks. I'm going to just wait till it hit HBO Max. And then I watched it and I was blown away. But that's just that. Elon, we like to talk some hip hop, man. We got to chime in on some hip hop before we get out of here with the Misfits. Once again, thank you for everybody tapping in. YouTube, X, I believe one point we got up to 90 plus. So shout out to everybody that's up with us. Hey, we keeping them locked in at 11:36, Elam.
Where else would you rather be on a Monday night? What else do you have to do other than go to sleep?
Yeah, so we about to have you guys dream good. It's like I saw greatness before I went to sleep. Like that's lit. But we talking about the movies and the sales and stuff with that there. It's something I want to discuss with you about Chance the Rapper. He's doing something I believe that is very unique. And I know you're a super hip hop head like myself, maybe even more so, right? So Chance has this album coming out. The new album is called Starline, but he's doing something very different. He's going to, what I've been thinking, like, if somebody like Drake or Kendrick or Taylor Swift were to pull a move like this, it can maybe change the game. But he's like, it's not going to streaming services off the jump, right? I'm not saying that the streaming service, you buy my CD. Once you buy my CD, you can scan it. Then you will be able to access the album digitally so that you can play it the way that you want it. What's your thoughts on this move? And could this possibly be the new wave of how music is sold? Because we heard people, I heard Snoop Dogg say, hey, 1 billion streams on a song was only like what do you say, like $20,000, like something low where you like, damn, for real? Like 1 billion people that streamed this song, or it's been big, like 1 billion people have streamed it, or it's been streamed 1 billion times.
Catalog.
Catalog. So is this a wave to where we can possibly get back to people? Remember, I just remember them times you flooding the stores, like, oh, that new Jay come out, that new game come out, Nas or whomever, and you have to get to Target and hope that you can get one before they run out. Will we get back to that? Is Chance the Rapper on to something?
But see, I think you are elucidating the emotion behind times past, right? Before streaming, you either camped out in front of the record store, or you were one of the, like, I know people was ditching, to go get the new Nas album, to go get the new Jay-Z. Like, we had to hear it.
Yeah.
There's no emotion in music. Like, there aren't many artists that are eliciting emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like Dot, I think does a great job. J. Cole does a great job. You know, you could argue that Clips with their release of their latest project, you know, is playing on the nostalgia of the group, right? There's no emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these artists, they're not giving us anything of substance to where we want to clamor for their artistry. It's not art. It's just prepackaged target music, right? And I think what Chance is doing, he has a very core audience, people who are going to go out and purchase the CD. Somebody is bound to upload it to YouTube, so it's not like we won't be able to hear it. But I think he and LaRussell do a great job of invoking emotion with their music, with their art. You know what I'm saying? Like LaRussell had the concert series at his home.
Yeah, that was hard.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, however much you feel like this experience is worth, that's the price of admission.
But you don't think a guy like, and I don't just want to say Drake, because of course Drake has his following, but say like Taylor Swift or Bruno Mars, who The Weeknd, these guys do crazy numbers, right? They're in the 90 million monthly listeners or more. If they were to decide to say, hey, I'm not going to the platforms. If y'all really want to support, you know what I'm saying? This is how we used to eat. This is how I want to be able to eat. Come and buy my album, $10.99 at the stores. You can get it that way. You don't think that they can kind of make any type of dent or shift? Or
I'm not saying they wouldn't make a dent or shift. The way to do it is you got to have scarcity. So come with a limited edition, you know, EP or LP. Come with a limited edition LP, you know, that maybe 1,000 or so in all the major cities across America. So let's say you in total you have 2 million units that's dispersed throughout the 50 states. People are going to go nuts for whatever project it is. You gotta hype it up.
That's so smart, because it's like shoes. You know, Jordan, like, hey, we're only giving out this many pairs of this shoe. If you get it, you got a golden ticket, and that make people chase after it so they can get it to even resell. Like, I think that would be something new.
Because now, ladies and gentlemen, when you see the market, the music companies do this, understand that you heard it here.
First. Heard it here first. We're giving you exclusive that this is the way that you get to the bread, and then after all of those sell, then you can say, okay, shout out to those who got it. Next week, for those who didn't get it, you're going to be able to get it on these streaming platforms.
And to incentivize it even more, you do something special, like with the purchase of this album is a ticket to an exclusive concert that I'm having in your city.
Yeah, like
so now the tour is already sold out. The tour is already sold out, right?
Oh, they already doing that.
Huh?
Rock Nation is going crazy. Like, that's what they were talking about, the Clips whole rollout of thing.
Yeah.
Or how Travis Scott kills it with his album sales. He's selling you an album like a bundle. They call it a bundle because you get a t-shirt, you buy a hoodie, and it comes with the album. So all of this helps the numbers go up. But I like Nip. Remember Nip did that? Was it the marathon where it was $1,000, but it came with signature inside. You get to meet him at a concert ticket, and it made it really worth his while. And people definitely I'll be tapped in on X. These people that love Drake, that love Kendrick, they're so crazy with it that they are even like, people be thinking that the companies are botting some of the music, which I believe they are, but some of the fans are so deep into it that they will go and bot it. I'll be seeing them tweet stuff, hey, everybody do this to keep your music playing through the night so we can get the streams up to get this song to number one, which is crazy. Them dudes will go out and buy these albums and, you know, have them to where they don't have to go to social media because they love them that much. Any artist, like if you're Jid or somebody like that, Absol, of course you can't do that. But for the top of the top, they can.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I think Absol would be able to, he might not sell out staples, you know what I'm saying? But if he did something like,
he probably won't sell 1 million, but
he could sell out the YouTube theater at SoFi.
Yeah, but do you think like could somebody like Soul sell 50,000 albums, 100,000 if he were to just say I'm only doing hard copy by him? I think he can.
100,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can. You probably making more money selling that 100,000 compared to trying to lean on the streams where I think his last project might have did like 60 or 56,000 the first week. So maybe, man, Chance might be on to something. I want to see what the album gonna sound like because he kind of fell off. I remember being locked into Chance, that acid rap. When I first heard that, I couldn't stop playing it. It was remarkable. It wasn't the greatest lyrical miracle type of raps. It was just vibes. He was talking. He had a little bit of story to it, and it was just really good music, which I think is key to being a successful rapper. And that's why a lot of people thought he had a chance.
I got the perfect artist that I think would be the perfect litmus test.
Who's that?
Jay Electronica. If Jay Electronica put an album out, only did, let's say, enough to go platinum, a million units, dispersed them. If Jay Electronica dispersed 1 million units across 50 states, and that was packaged with seeing him in concert, there are 1 million people that like I would cop just for the experience, bro. Just for the experience.
All right. That's interesting. But let's see if Chance is starting a movement. But I know one thing. We are starting a movement here with the Misfits. I thank you guys who stayed up all night with us.
We appreciate you.
A special Monday edition, too. It was just a surprise drop. Like these albums of today, just surprise drops. And you guys locked in with us. Continue to follow us, Mykell the PG, MYKELLTHEPG on all social media platforms. Elam, tell them the socials.
You can find me Elam Squared, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite uncle is now on TikTok. Go run it up. But
yeah,
go.
We're gonna be outside. We're gonna be outside tomorrow. Sparks.
Check out Mykell, the Sporting Tribune, Culver City Observer, MLB Bro, FI 360. I'm your guy. You can catch me at everywhere but MLB Bros. Rob Parker, I'm talking to you. And don't fit in. Find a way to stand out. We are the Misfits. Until next week, we'll see you later. Peace.